You guys liking these regular Lord updates on every minute detail of my life? It's pretty boring, isn't it? Hey man, it's a life. You can't deny that. I'm always sucking down oxygen, spewing out carbon dioxide, pissing. Those are clearly metabolic inputs and outputs. So, what did I just do? Oh, life is good. I had a turkey sandwich. My dopamine and norepinephrine levels, I mean, they're fairly constant, but now it's less work because I have that tyrosine. So what did I get? I got a memory foam pillow. It was $10. I mean, what am I, John D. Rockefeller? But there's no substitute for a good night's sleep. This sucker's heavy. It's like twice as heavy as my other pillow. I always have two pillows, because it reminds me of staying in a hotel, and I'm never happier than when I'm in a hotel. I love living in hotels. I wish I could live in a hotel, you know? It's a shame that the rent in a hotel is so much higher than the rent in, like, a place that isn't a hotel. If I was ever rich, I would live in a hotel. It'd be like, damn the expense, this is just what I like, and I'm gonna do it. But anyway, that's why I like to have two pillows. Here's the problem with living in filth. Every week I wash my sheets, my comforter, my pillowcase, but I have two pillows and one pillowcase. So the one that doesn't have a pillowcase has developed fucking mold. I haven't used this for a while, it's just been sitting over here. So, the one that does have a pillowcase has a bunch of magic bullshit on it, and it's not moldy. So this is now my second pillow. This is my first pillow, and now I am going to draw some shit on the moldy pillow and then deposit it in front of the African church. I'm sure they appreciate that. It's like, why is some motherfucker always putting marked up pillows up on this square of cement we got here? Does this look like a fucking used pillow depository, motherfucker? Hey man, I'm just trying to bring the rapture. You know, excuse the hell out of me. Here's the thing, 10 milligrams of melatonin is an obscene amount to take. These are the old ones. So I go there and I'm like, alright, well I can just divide it up into smaller units. And what do they have? Fucking 12 milligram tablets. Even more obscenely overdosing. I bet the next time I go there, it's going to be like 15 milligram tablets, and then like 40 milligram tablets. And it's like, I don't need more than like maybe 3 milligrams of melatonin, so I just carefully, since it's turned to powder, I mean, I guess I can just dip my finger in the powder, and it's not exactly, it's not a precise measurement, though. But what can you do? They have 1 milligram tablets, but the 1 milligram tablets is $9.50 for 60 of them. Where this one is $5.95 for 60 of them, and they have 10 times more. I would like to just have the 1 milligram tablets, but I'm not gonna overpay that by that big of a factor, you know. I say I don't care about money, but that I don't go out of my way to throw the shit away either. Now, because absolutely every single thing is part of the equation, before I draw the symbols on my moldy pillow, first, gotta draw these here symbols on top of the old 10 milligram tablets, which is now just powder. Maybe about 5 pills worth of powder. It's kind of hard to eyeball this shit. Actually, it looks like maybe 15 pills worth of powder. Take this. Take one of my new 12 milligram tablets. Drop it in there. And shake it until it is also rendered into powder, mixing the powder of the new ones with the old ones. It might take a while, I probably shouldn't just sit here and do it. Ray, how will you know when it's all powder? Well, it'll stop making that fucking clacking sound now, won't it? Shake, 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 senora, shake your body line now. work, senora, work it all the time. Having friends, I adore her. She's a hurricane in all kinds of weather. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line. Sorry. I said I wasn't just gonna sit here and do this the whole time. But it's like, hey, it's not like it's any less captivating than the shit I normally do. Shake your body line. Work, senora. Work it all the time. In case you're wondering, ZUD is not a type of ontology. It's just 3 letters. Of course, each letter is a direction, it's like a little arrow pointing this way or that, saying which way the shit should go. You can't just have an exchange-o-matron without any further instructions. I mean, you can, and I often do, but in this case, you can't. Alright, it's getting there. As you can tell from the clacking noise, there's 3 pieces. One big and 2 small. It's a lot smaller than the original tablet was, so maybe 30% of it has been converted into powder. Now these things actually crumble to dust when they're exposed to moisture, and that one was fresh out of a sealed package. So what I should do is wait a little while, let it absorb the moisture from the other particles, and then continue. But I gotta get it denuded enough to do my pillow shit. And that's a funny sentence if it's taken out of context. Gotta remember that the God shit is the context. Shake, 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 senora, shake your body line. Work, senora, work it all the time. My good name is Sonora. Tell your friends I adore her. Hey man, I mean, this is God shit for you, it's nothing glamorous, it's just hard work, just nose to the grindstone, just apply yourself. I never applied myself in life because all the stuff you're supposed to want is just worthless trash, but when I have something I want, I apply myself. It doesn't have to look sexy, doesn't have to be impressive, as long as it gets the job done. Like shaking a thing full of melatonin powder, slowly making the chewable tablet inside disappear, so I can then draw some magic symbols on a pillow and deposit it in front of an African church. Because I'm sure you catch this, a pillow and a jar of melatonin are conceptually fucking connected. And they're even more connected after I draw some magic symbols on it, which I did. It's almost there. Now it's down to 2 pieces big enough to clack, and the 3rd piece just makes a very light noise when it hits. Progress. Alrighty. Not completely turned into powder, but enough that I can take this powder from the lid, and a small proportion of it is from the 12 milligram tablet. Just lightly dab that. Get some of the powder on my finger. Excellent. Come over here, and boop. Alrighty. Just a little bit more. Alrighty, now this one's important. Over here. Alright, this exchange-o-matron has been imbued with melatonin powers. It's a powerful antioxidant, don't you know? But of course, God shit isn't easy. I need to shake it a little more to very slightly increase the relative proportion of the new tablet's powder to the old tablet's powders. You can tell the pieces are pretty small now. Only about 40% of the original mass is still clumped together, the rest has been powderized. Should I just keep rolling till I get to the... Nah. As you can see, my tablet is a magic tablet. Oh, and hey, these are chewable tablets. Chewable tablets on a magic tablet. But I'm not ever going to turn this tablet into powder, because then I couldn't watch my Amazon Prime shows, now could I? Plus, it would probably be fairly difficult to do. That thing cost me $100. Well, I'm not going to turn it into powder. Of course, if the equation required me to, I would, but fortunately that's not necessary. Alright, what do we got? Okay. More powder. What's the percentage now? I don't know, but it is the correct percentage. My lordy sense tells me so. Take a little bit more. Oh. There we go. I hope ants aren't attracted to this shit. With my luck, they probably are. What can you do, though? Alright, this one's the important one. I mean, I guess they're all important. A little more melatonin powder. Oh shit, I lost some. It's okay, that's all according to plan. Now, we have an exchange-o-matron here. And an exchange-o-matron here. And, if you'll recall, an exchange-o-matron here, which has now been rubbed away by all of my shaking. That is exchanging lots of shit, and it'll mostly happen while I'm asleep. Alrighty, for those of you who are familiar with the Stargate series, this is the symbol for Abydos. And you can see this one has blue in the center of the circle from this marker, which was hanging from that ontological thread, and we'll go right back to doing so. Alrighty, it's right back in position, and now I have a red one. Now, will this be the primary pathway or the secondary pathway? Let's look. Looks like it's going to be the secondary pathway. Alrighty. It's in the secondary pathway position. Now, what's going to be the primary pathway? Well, it's a pillow, and it's moldy. Well, I do believe it's time to bring out my ultra magic markers. The ones that are in the Nexus O bullshit over here. But which one? This one or this one? Clearly this one. Alrighty. Primary, secondary, and tertiary pathways established. Now all I need is... like several more things. To know what I need on this moldy pillow that I'm going to throw away, I need to take a look at my new secondary pillow that was, until recently, my primary pillow. Okay. On this side, we have a wavy majig and some shit. And then a wavy motron and some other shit. So, clearly, on the moldy pillow, I'm going to need a wavy majig, and I'm going to need my countercurrent exchanger to make it. By the way, in order to transfer all the shit properly, I have to have the string wrapped around my wrist. If I didn't do that, it would be such a rookie error that all the other gods would laugh. If they existed. Which they definitely don't. So what did we draw? Well, it's a wavy majig, just like you'd expect. And the old triangle with the 3 dots, that old chestnut. Never get tired of the triangle with the 3 dots, but this one's a little bit special. It's about 2/3 filled in. I very rarely fill in the triangles. This is special. Because, it is types of waste ontology, but it's going to be channeled out of my head through my primary pillow. I guess you'd call this my tertiary pillow. Of course, my primary pillow doesn't have any markings on it, but it doesn't need markings on it because it's in the same pillowcase as my previous primary pillow and current secondary pillow. Yeehaw. Oh yes, and as you can see, this wavy majig is made of blue and green. Ooh, mixing it up. Generally, a wavy majig is all the same color. And because we are rationalizing the information, need the sign of Takezo Kensei, the symbol that means rationalized information. This one has a triangle with no 3 dots, but it does have a circle, and the center of the circle is green. Now here, just so the universe knows what I'm talking about, I put the radiant butthole symbol centered around this. A spot of the disgusting mold that is the very reason I'm throwing this shit away. But it's not quite done yet. Yeppers, cheese, and peppers. I've got a red marker with a pink cap, because this is going to be colored red, but not to be confused with this red that is the secondary pathway. Oh no. This is a totally different red, and about 30% more magic of a marker. Alrighty, that is a damn fine bit of godsmanship, if I do say so myself. And I do. Alrighty, I've put a looba-dooba fuba chuba, or whatever the fuck I call these ones here, and once again, the circle is centered around a spot of the mold that is the very reason I'm throwing this away. But I'm not done yet. Gotta fill in these circles, otherwise it's not gonna know which pathway to take. Why, I know just the colors to put in these dots. For the one with the mold, green, but not the same green that I made my wavy majig out of. That would just be fucking chaos. And then my orange marker, which is currently taped to a lighter, and, you know, dangling from that is a purple one, but we won't be using this purple one, not just yet, anyway. Done perfectly. This fucking health hazard is becoming a work of art. Alright, this one here means it's the end of the line for these color flows, so that way the ontology will know not to bounce back into my equation, but rather terminate in the location of this pillow. And they've got the 3 circles. Now I gotta figure out what to put in them. Whatever is in them will be mixed with purple, because as you can see, the color is bleeding. Alrighty, for the primary flow, it was this here blue one. For the secondary flow, it was one of my brand new black magic markers. This will really pump a lot of shit through the drawings that I recently made with those markers. And the tertiary flow, you might say, oh, it's a pink magic marker. Aha! That marker has a pink cap, but it is in fact a black magic marker. So, primary, secondary, tertiary, end of the line for these flows. Boom. Once you go black, you never go back. But you must be before you can lack. I think I'm gonna need to make some markings with this big one that makes me feel inadequate. Did you think we were done with the exchange-o-matrons? We're never done with the exchange-o-matrons. A wavy doodle attached to an exchange-o-matron with my big black marker. Alrighty, what do we got here? We've got the Chinese symbol for big attached to the Stargate symbol for home, and then an L. It almost looks like it says AL. You can call me Al. And in the green magic marker, what do we got? Why, that looks like the square root of infinity, I guess. Alrighty, next to the channel termination symbol, what do we got here? It's acetate. Wait, no. Acetate is C2H3O2, where this is just CHO. Alright, I've got another little bit of mold here. See right there? A fluctuation containing the mold and H double prime. Alright. The Stargate symbol for home that is attached to the Chinese symbol for big. I filled in the dot with the orange. We're almost done. Now this magic marker was one of my super special magic markers. Right here in this Nexus, oh shit, but I need both hands to put it back in place. Alright, now that the magic marker is safely back in the Nexus. Oh shit. What did I draw with it? I don't even know. You know, this one is a pretty good flavor, although, like I said, I do it for the addictive nicotine rather than the flavor, but hey, it's nice. So, no diagram oh god shit would be complete without the prison symbol, so of course I put one on there. What do we got? We've got a pointy big A, a smaller rounded A. Now this could either be B prime or B4. You see, that could just be a fancy symbol for prime that has a triangle, or it can be a 4. Also, the word before means preceding. So there's some ambiguity there, and I need that ambiguity, and I have it. And then what looks like an alpha and, I don't know, like a misshapen 3. Who even fucking knows with this shit? Am I right? Of course I'm right. I'm God. Alrighty. The magic pillow is now put back in the wrapper for the pillow that I just bought. It says memory foam. That is important. So I am going to go deposit this at an African church. I hope you've enjoyed this God shit lesson. Have a nice day.